We'll just change up our little routine. Why not, right? We get to do it our way. No, I'm going to get a big tan plastic fence here in a little bit. It may or may not be pretty, but when they build that construction in the back. Yep, that's what roses are for. And you know what? Divine is working. My mama planted 2 rose bushes right in front of where that big wall is going to be. So, and that was years ago. But I digress. Let's take you on a bit of a journey. Deep breath in. And exhale. Another deep breath in. And exhale. And one more deep breath in. And exhale and settle. Settle into this physical form that is here to support your spiritual journey. Be mindful of your breathing and allow your breathing to just happen. This breathing is evidence of the power of who you are. You chose in. That's powerful. And when you did that choosing in, you linked up with the divine source. And let's reconnect with that. So, with your awareness, open your heart space. And as you open your heart space, you open your willingness. And as you become willing, you access a link that's always there. Sometimes we choose to ignore it, but it's always there. And as that link is opened, feel this lovely energy flowing into your heart space. Beautiful energy. Powerful energy. Let that energy flow into your heart space and fill your whole body. As that fills your whole body, allow it now to spill out and surround you and fill the whole energy field that surrounds your body. And from this place of willingness, let's take a little walk. Find yourself going down a little pathway, and in the distance is a beautiful castle. Magnificent castle on the hill. And with just your intent, you're automatically there. And notice, is the drawbridge down or is the drawbridge up? Is the moat full or is the moat empty? It may have significance for you. If the drawbridge is not down, ask for it to be lowered. And it will be. Or perhaps you just find yourself in the courtyard, in the center of this castle. So either you walk in through the gate and the drawbridge, or you just find yourself there. However you do is just right for you. It may have spiritual significance for you, but just be aware. And you're met by a guide. Perhaps the guide is a small child. Perhaps the guide is an old, wise person. Whatever you experience is what is right for you. And you're greeted with ecstasy and love. You are so appreciated because you've chosen into this life. There are things to do that only you can do. And you're so appreciated for that. So allow this guide to lead you into the throne room. as you step into the throne room, feel the magnificence of that. Experience that. The throne is empty because it belongs to you. Take your rightful place there. Be aware, is it a throne made of marble and is it hard? Or is it made of cushions and is it soft? It may have spiritual significance for you. And as you sit on this throne, become aware that there is a beam of light surrounding the throne, surrounding you, surrounding your life. Feel the strength this gives you. Feel the power this gives you. Feel the connectedness this gives you. It's always there. It's always there. And as you occupy this space, you become aware that you are being held and uplifted, throne and all, by divine light. Feel this divine light uplift you and the throne and uplift you into the heavenly realms. Perhaps all you see is color. Perhaps what you experience is a feeling of love and acceptance. And there is something the divine would want you to know. That the throne is the authority over your life. The opportunity to choose. And within that throne and that authority, there is also love and power supporting you, guiding you to your own fulfillment that is beyond your imagination. You will be handed some scrolls that represent life contracts, sacred contracts. Maybe you came to teach someone what their anger looks like. Maybe you came to teach someone what kindness looks like. Maybe you came to experience hardship so that someone could learn what service looks like. You will only be handed the ones you are ready to release. In order to release them, all you need to do is say thank you for each one. And they disappear and vanish. And what is left, what is now brought to you, is a symbolic object that will assist you from this moment on. You just had a shift happens moment. It is not the same from here. It's different from here, better from here, more powerful from here, more joyful from here. So whatever symbolic object you're given will have significance for you, even if you don't understand what it is. So receive it with gratitude, because it could give you a hint as to what the next phase of your life might look like. And with receiving that with gratitude, as gratitude fills your being, you realize you have something to give back. I'm going to qualify this giving back This giving back is something precious to you because it will have something significant for you symbolically. So give a symbolic object back that is precious to you, even if you don't understand what it means. Give your gift now and know that it will be treasured and cherished, uplifted and supported and cared for. And feel yourself on your throne being dropped back down to this beautiful castle. Allow yourself to leave the throne room, back out of the castle, back to the pathway, from the pathway, back into the here and now, bringing with you the memory of this experience, the symbolic objects exchanged, and the power of that divine connection. You might want to take a deep breath in and exhale and stretch a bit. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. I'm going to let you sit with that for just a minute. Mr. Phil, would you join me up front, please, sir? I want to share with you before we go on one of my favorite Bible passages. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn. This is from Proverbs 4:18. But the path of the righteous, the one who does the right thing, the next right step, not the perfect one, you don't have to be perfect, but the one who does the right thing, is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until the full day. Your life is getting brighter and brighter. Proverbs 4:18. Don't you love it? I know I do.
I do.
You do? Oh,
I do.
good. I'm so glad to hear that. Communion is an opportunity to is your opportunity to physically acknowledge your divine connection. So we have unleavened bread if you like the tradition of that, rice cakes if you're wheat intolerant, animal crackers if you'd like to honor Native American pathway. Whatever works for you works for me, works for us. Join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of light, boy, hallelujah, thank you. Thank you for everything that's happened in our lives until now. And thank you for guiding us all the way. We ask that you continue to walk with us in all things and help us to see it. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Blessings. As that continues around, would you join us in prayer? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it. Help us to drink in change, even though it's uncomfortable. And help us to be willing to walk that sacred path. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Daryl, you want to do this? I don't know how I know.
I don't either.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. I believe in miracles. I've been coming here for at least a day or two anyway. And, the blessings that each and every time I step in the door, whether it's here to come down and work on something or it's just to come down and just commune with you. Yeah, just leave what you can. If it's your prayer, if it's finances, fine. But just blessed that you are here. Thank you very much.
Amen to that. Thank you, Daryl.
If you come by during the school year, sometimes you'll see Daryl sitting out front eating lunch, or maybe going through the labyrinth. He needs all the help he can get with kids.
So, can we do it later? I'm still on task here. So, you want to run the microphone? Anybody have a question about their guided meditation? Over here. Yours are always so different, Gia. I probably don't have your answer, but maybe I can guide you in the right direction for you to find yours.
Okay. Whoa.
Should be.
It's supposed to be green or red?
It's supposed to be green.
Okay, now
There
it's
you
green.
go. There you go.
Ta-da! The castle itself seemed to be perched by itself on a cliff, so it had no moat. It's basically a crevassing area. So
Cool.
you said some of those things might be a little bit different. The courtyard, walking into it, the bridge was already down, but what are they called? Not really the gates that fall down, porticles. Yes, there was 2 of them that were up, and the courtyard was in autumn. And I was
Oh, you're ready for change.
the one who greeted me was my guardian, who's always in yellow, and he led me up. And my throne was a little weird because it had this large, humongous disc-like orb thing that kind of glowed, and the stained glass would hit that orb and cast. Okay, I agree with you. Whatever that was, I agree with you.
That was big.
Yeah. And it cascaded the whole throne room and my throne and light. And the weird part is that the throne did not have even armrests. My left was extremely higher than my right. And when I was gifted with all the things, the scrolls of my contracts, it literally, like, as if some spiritual angel literally tripped and dropped all the scrolls in my lap. And there were a lot of scrolls. So I had to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And in return, I gave them back a lance from a previous meditation with a blue silken bow tied to it. And I received, it kind of felt like, I couldn't really see it, but it kind of felt like the main part of the sword, but without the blade yet.
The hilt.
Mm-hmm. The hilt, the guard,
And
everything
that's
else.
and that's what you received?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is big,
Thank you for the
big stuff. We are still recording, right?
Yes, we're still recording.
Oh, how cool is that? Oh my gosh. The guard. Let me talk to you about that because that's the first thing that's coming. Is that you don't have to be on guard anymore. They will guard you. The guarding is being done for you. You don't have to have the energetic walls. You don't have to have the energetic, oh, I've got to be careful. You can let that go. With all that other stuff, you don't have to have that energetic sense of waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Mm-hmm.
You're guarded. You're protected.
Okay.
And what did you give back?
It was, I want to say Nigatata, but it's the lance that I received from a
lance.
previous meditation.
Okay.
I gave that back, and there was a blue silken bow tied to it when I gave
Okay.
it back.
All right. So what do you think that lance is used for?
The far defense, keeping everyone out. From the previous meditation, which was supposed to be a sword, I had that weapon, which is more of a length of
Okay.
Distance.
So you no longer have to keep people at a distance.
Okay.
So again, two ways, and with big flashes of light here and popping energy, is you're finally safe. And there is so much loving light surrounding you, supporting you and uplifting you, that you no longer have to keep people at bay by being angry or being frustrated. You can just be safe. And now joy can find you, happiness can find you. All of those things that you've been longing for, that you've had to have your guard up and so you haven't been able to really experience them, it's time. It's time. You can receive it now. The throne, one hand higher than another. You know, honey, it just gets to be different for you. It's not gonna, it doesn't feel even or safe. It doesn't have to be what other people expect. You can let go of other people's expectations. You can let go of your own expectations with that one.
Okay.
Do you have a sense of that?
Mm-hmm.
This was big. The two popping of the lights and the crackling, this is big. Big shift. Okay. I don't know about you, but that's big. Take a deep breath there. Anybody else have a question? I'm going to move it. Pass that forward. Oh, did you want to have? We'll get back.
I'm just going to say just a few things. I don't even know if I've got words for what I just experienced.
Yes.
That was so magnificent. I can't even tell you about how I got there or anything else, but I know that when I ascended from that throne, the gift that I was given was a seat at the table with Jesus.
Oh, goosebumps.
And just about anybody. I mean, the table was so long and you couldn't see the end of it. The acceptance that was there was unfathomable. I really don't even know how to describe what I went through. I needed so much to hear what you said today. Thank you, Janice.
You are so
Thank you.
welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you. I'm so delighted that I had an opportunity to be of service. You got one up here, and then, yeah, I woke up this morning, 6 o'clock, and was like, oh, what is this? And I told Phil on the way in, I said, well, I have an interesting train of thought going this morning, so we'll see where it leads us. So, yeah, it was crazy, crazy stuff. So, thank you for allowing me to be of service. It is much appreciated. Esther?
Well, I saw the castle before you said the castle.
Well, that just proves you're on the right track. Same time, same place.
The castle was gold colored, and the moat was a coral reef with
Oh,
tropical
beautiful.
fish in it.
Oh, wow.
And seahorses, a lot of seahorses.
Wonderful. How fun is that?
The bridge was drawn, and the courtyard, I had a huge fountain in it with water running, a lot of flowers, roses all around. And the throne was a crystal quartz throne, but it was very comfortable. It had cushions throughout, but I knew there was crystal underneath it. And what I was gifted was an eternity ring with beautiful diamonds, and there was a design of eternity symbols around it. And what I gave back was a ruby heart-shaped pendant, faceted. That's all I
So the
remember.
crystal throne is about clarity.
One more
Yes.
thing.
Uh-huh.
I had an audience,
Wonderful.
and they were all ascended masters.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you know you're a part of that team. All the more reason why you are honored for taking this life on. leaving the heavenly realms to walk here. The eternity ring is reminding you of where you came from and where you're going. And that everything here is just stuff. And what did you give back again? Remind me.
A heart-shaped ruby, faceted ruby pendant.
So you're just putting your whole heart into this, dear. You're walking this life heart first. And it just doesn't get any better than that. And the Ascended Masters are recognizing you as one of their own and reminding you how precious you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We pass it up here. And then we got a couple over here. Do you mind if we go just a tad long and we'll catch these? Go ahead.
Well, mine was really short. When you said the castle was right there and the bridge was, really beautiful, and I didn't have to go through no doors or anything. Before I knew it, I was inside, and the whole castle inside, it looked like gold all over. It was beautiful, and the throne, it was a humongous chair made of gold too. But then I noticed there was a huge sword. It was a gold sword because everything was gold, and that's what I was given, a huge sword. And in return, I gave a rose quartz.
So the rose quartz is all about love. And you like Esther, this is reminding you that you're all about love. If it ain't love, you can't do it anymore. Your heart's not going to be in it. Does that make sense? What you're seeing in the throne room is who you are. You're seeing yourself as you really are. And gold is all about value. So you have tremendous value. Does that make sense? And the sword you're given, the gold sword, this is not only to help you find your value, but it's also for you to help others find their value. That's part of what you came here to do. And sometimes it's just a kind word. And you already are doing that, are you not?
Yeah.
What did you give back? Tell me again.
It was a rose quartz. It was a
Rose
flower,
quartz.
yeah.
Again, it's
It was
all
a-
about love, being in that state of love. Thank you for sharing. Just a couple more, and we'll mosey on. Standing outside the fire. It's a secret. Phil, microphone over here. Oh, we'll go from the back forward. Somebody remind me to read this, because if I'm setting it down, because I need to be focused. Yes, go ahead. Who has it? Yes, Maggie.
It was a crystal castle, and then I was in the courtyard. I was in a totally gold room and a gold throne.
Ditto.
Yeah, thank you. And what I got was, it was to give away was, it was a rose, but all the leaves and the thorns and everything were off. It was like a dark stem. And then I got a translucent pyramid. It was just, and I gave back a heart.
Okay, I'm a little confused. So where did the stemless, thornless?
The first thing that we were given to give away, I guess our purpose or whatever, the first item
Okay,
was a rose. But it didn't have the green stem, or it was just dark, a black stem with a red rose on it. That was our tool.
okay, so, but it didn't have any petals on it?
It had petals.
It had
didn't have
petals.
leaves or things.
Oh, okay, so I'm sorry, that was my confusion. I was trying to imagine as you were talking, because I'm real visual. So it had the red rose, but there were no leaves and no thorns. Okay, so a red rose is following your heart, is very high vibration. So this is doing, whatever you do, you're doing with integrity and without causing any harm. You would never hurt a fly, right?
Right.
Okay, so then you were gifted with, tell me again?
A pyramid.
That beautiful pyramid, yes, okay. So pyramids are all about power. So there's power in living in your heart. and you have access to that power now. And then you gave away
A living heart.
a living heart. Okay, so again, if your heart's not in it, you two kind of have a similar thing here. If your heart's not in it, you can't do it anymore. You know, there's things that we have to do to put food on the table, but it would really be a good time to really find things that you can put your heart into. Make sense? Thank you for sharing. Okay, a couple more and then we'll wrap up.
Okay. I saw the castle from a distance, and the walls were like the shape of a crown, a gold crown. And then when I got closer, part of the crown came down, and I was ushered into the castle and put on a white marble throne. And I thought, well, that's not going to be very comfortable. But it was so soft. It was very comfortable. And I gave what appeared to be an angel a gold feather. And they took the feather and they gave me a bowl that looked like a tuning kind of bowl. And then I cried a tear, and the tear was like a gold tear, and it hit the bowl and made this beautiful sound throughout the castle. And then I took the gold with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you may feel, because your throne was marble, you may feel a little uncomfortable with the power that you are, but you've learned to be comfortable with who you are and take on that power, that leadership. Am I the only one that's freezing?
No.
Sandra, do you know how to turn the air conditioner so it's warmer right here? Good grief. Arrow up, arrow down, whatever. So the beautiful sound that was made, there are people that are healed because of the pain that you've experienced in your life. You've already experienced some of that with your book. What did you get? What was the gift? The angel feather?
Feather of
Yes.
gold.
So angels are here to be with you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So over here,
Okay, I've got some interesting imagery that I have no clue about. It's one of the most interesting meditations I've had. The castle kind of looked like the Disney castle. The drawbridge was down and the moat was full. But as I got into the courtyard, the whole courtyard was lined with full shopping carts from the grocery store and these large plastic containers like what you get salad or fruit or tomatoes or strawberry, big size. And they're all full of produce. Okay, so then I issued past all this into where the throne room is. The throne is kind of a traditional kind of throne, carved wood, gold on it, crimson cushions. And as I'm seated on it, it becomes enclosed in a large plastic produce container with me sitting in it.
okay.
I'm at a loss on this. And all these scrolls are just sort of landed into my lap, and as I'm kind of blessing them one by one, they disappear. I honestly can't remember what I was given, but what I gave back was a half of an avocado with a seed in it, a big one. And when the throne ascended, it was like I was pulled upward into ranks and ranks and ranks and ranks of other beings on either side of me. I almost had the impression, kind of, you know, when you see in a laundromat and you've got all these clothes hanging on racks. I mean, it was just people, faces and beings all down the row. It was like, oh my gosh. And then it was brought back. I don't get the avocado.
Okay, so
I don't.
so the avocado and the produce,
Yeah.
you have lived your life feeling like you had to be productive, have you not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so all you needed to produce is already there. You couldn't let that go.
Okay.
Let go of that concept of needing to be productive. The avocado with a seed in it gives you the power to now grow yourself.
Okay.
Not that you haven't been growing all along, but as you grow spiritually, grow in what makes you happy, then others can be nourished by that.
Okay.
Does that ring true for you?
Yeah. Wasn't sure about the plastic clamshell around the throne, though.
What I'm getting with that is that you are protected,
Okay.
but you can still see and experience, and that makes sense?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
Hero and a half shell? I
Yeah, keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Welcome.
The path I was walking was a path that I felt there's like trees surrounding it, and there's like leaves rustling it, fall colors, orange, yellows, and browns. The castle was, it didn't have a door. It just had like a bridge that led into it. There was no door closed or shut. It was just open. And the courtyard was grassy, and it seemed like it was foggy or misty. Couldn't find a guide there. I was having trouble visualizing who it was, so there wasn't really somebody there. And I ended up in the throne, and in the throne it was like a big stone room, and I think that the chair itself was also a stone one. It didn't seem like an uncomfortable one. It was just firm. And there was no exchange of gifts other than the only thing I could visualize was that I was being given like emotions of friendship, I guess, and trust, and that was the only thing that I could give and receive back and forth there. And that's all I saw.
Okay, so again, the fall circumstance, fall trees, you're ready for change. Change is coming, whether you're ready or not, it is. The mist and not really seeing a guide, you already are where you need to be. The mist is, there's maybe some confusion. You may not know clearly where you're going or what the next step is, but that's okay. It's just a part of where you're at. The stone throne, again, I think even though you experience it, it might be uncomfortable. I think there is a power and a strength that is who you are that at this moment right now you may not be really comfortable with. But it's that strength that people lean on or that people can see, and you inspire them to be strong. Does that make sense to you? Have a sense of that? And that giving and receiving of friendship and trust, that's huge. It's an inkling of how much you're loved by Divine Source and how much you're appreciated. And that there are guides, angels, spiritual beings that are here that want to be your friend, that want you to trust them, and that are grateful that they have your trust and your friendship. So this is a keen, wonderful exchange. It's beautiful. And I would encourage you to recognize that there is a strength here that maybe you have not yet recognized. Maybe you do, to some extent. But there is a powerful force within you that is here to help. And others will be inspired because of who you are. Not necessarily what you do, but who you are. Does that ring true for you? Thanks for sharing. One more over here.
There's only a couple things I didn't understand. The first one was, I'm not a fantastical, mythical, magical person. Okay, magic, yes, but the moat had mermaids and fairies and like all those fantastic creatures in them. I didn't really get that. The other thing I didn't understand is when my guide took me into the throne room, my throne was covered in a blanket fort. And we like played in it and giggled and stuff. for a little while before we got down to business. It was fun, but I have no idea what that meant. So.
Okay, so the mermaids and things in the moat, this is all about it gets to be fun. The blanket fort on the throne, that's how you reach people, is through joy. And that's where your power really lies, is in that joyful nature that transcends whatever's going on around you. You have the power of reclaiming that childlike wonder and that joyfulness that transcends anything. Does that make sense to you?
That's the one.
Cool, cool. Did we have one more back here, or? Okay, one more, and then we'll be done. Thank you for your patience. The reason I want to get it now, normally I just say, come see me afterwards, but there's an energy field that's happening right now. Can you feel that? And I really don't want to break this energy field yet until we've answered. So go ahead. Let's try to make it kind of quick.
Okay, you got it. I got to the castle and I just went over the moat, but the water there, it was full, and then the doors, I knocked on the door and it opened, but I went right into the castle, and it was red and gold, and it had a fireplace. It was warm. I could feel a lot of love in there, but it was like a red velvet carpet, and then when I left, it was a purple carpet, and then I was given a Celtic cross with the infinitive sign and a circle in it. And then I gave back the crystal stone, the purple one, sapphire, or no?
Amethyst is purple.
That's correct, okay.
Okay, so again, the red is all about finding your passion, and the purple is about divine connection. So you're walking your path, walk it with love and passion. There is that divine connection. What was your throne again? I'm sorry?
The throne was gold with red velvet cushions.
Okay. So again, finding your own value. I'm hearing for you, it's really important for you to dismiss what other people have told you about who you are. They lied. You're awesome. And it's time to live that. Okay? And live it with passion, and know that Divine Source is here to connect with you.
Thanks.
Okay.
And
So-
I had the wizard for my guide.
The wizard for your guide? We're off to see the wizard.
Merlin,
So there's information here for you. So trust that you'll be given what you need to know. Then right in front of you, one more.
So bear with me, this might get lengthy, but I was unable to participate in the meditation. I tried and I listened to all of your words, but I was unable to. I had a vibration in my right ear, the same vibration that I had through 2 pregnancies. And I think the gal with the Mario Kart Disney-esque castle, yes, you, hi, I'm Chloe. I think she may have had the meditation that I was supposed to have with the avocado and the produce and all that, the one that I was trying to access, but I couldn't.
And what does the avocado mean to you?
I think just fruitfulness, and I'm on the right track, I feel, in my life currently, but have experienced a lot of pain, and this has all resonated very well today with me, and I appreciate everything that I've heard today.
Wonderful. And I love the fact that you two are connected, because sometimes that's how our messages arrive. That's how Spirit blesses us, is by bringing somebody else into our life that has either experienced it for us, so we don't have to, or to give us that divine inspiration. The fact that you honored that resonance within you and said, oh, that's mine. Take it on. Good for you. Good for you. Awesome.
Thank you. And the vibration.
The vibration in your ear, which ear?
My right.
Have you asked to hear voices from the other side?
No. I've pushed that out of my life, actually.
Okay, you might want to look at that again.
Okay.
And with the understanding that it doesn't have to be scary.
Okay.
There are certainly people in this community that can assist you in developing that ability in a safe, powerful, harmonious way, where you could be be connected. And this can be people on the other side that have passed. It could be angelic communication as well. The fact that you had that buzzing when you were pregnant, you were communicating or energetically communicating with a spirit.
Okay.
That's where I'm getting that from.
Thank you.
Does that make sense? You're safe to explore that here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.
Did you talk about rising up into the heavens?
Yes, I did talk about rising up.
Well,
Can we have the microphone back? Because we got people in the back. Well, I woke up this morning thinking, I've only got this much to say. This is going to be the shortest service ever.
tell God your plans, and they laugh.
There you go. Yes.
Similar to everyone else, crossing the moat, the water, going in, finding the throne. And then when you said, then you're lifted up as into the heavens, I jumped out of the throne and I was dressed in gossamer and I started to dance all over the heavens. And then I was given a gift, which was a magic wand. And I was just swinging it everywhere. Just jumping over to this place and that galaxy and just going everywhere.
Wonderful.
And then I came back and gave them a rock with willingness written on it.
Okay, so you're willing to dance through life, and you're willing to make magic.
It was awesome.
Yay, I love awesome. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. We have a gratitude for the beautiful labyrinth and the light in the light of the full moon. So somebody walked our labyrinth in the dark. I have a plan for the labyrinth. I would like us to not paint every single rock there, but every other rock with glow in the dark paint. Would that be cool or what? Yes. Yeah, we need to do that. Okay, Mr. Phil, closing song. Let's circle them up, please.
You want to do the overhead or not?